Muslims claim that Muhammad was the final prophet of God, but when we examine how his prophethood was confirmed, things start falling apart, fast. His first so-called revelation in Cave Hira left him terrified, confused, and convinced he was possessed. And instead of receiving direct confirmation from God, he needed reassurance from his wife, Khadija, and her cousin, Waraqa bin Nawfal. But let's be real, who were these people? And why should anyone take their word for it? Let's break this down. 1. Who was Khadija? Khadija, Muhammad's wife, played the key role in convincing him that he had encountered an angel. But what authority did she have to make such a claim? No prophetic authority. Look at the Bible, Moses, Isaiah, Jeremiah. Not one of them needed their wife to tell them, "Yes, honey, that was God speaking to you." Imagine Moses coming down from the burning bush, trembling, and saying, "Zipporah, do you think that was really God? Or am I just hearing voices?" That would be absurd. Possible pagan influence. Some sources suggest Khadija had ties to pre-Islamic pagan beliefs. If that's true, why trust her judgment on divine encounters? That's like asking a palm reader if your dream was from God. A ridiculous test for prophethood. According to Islamic sources, Khadija tested Muhammad's vision by having him sit on her lap. If the spirit disappeared, it was deemed an angel; if it stayed, it was a demon. So, Muhammad's legitimacy depended on whether a supernatural being had proper lap etiquette. If that's the standard, every ghost story suddenly has divine implications. 2. Who was Waraqa bin Nawfal? Waraqa was Khadija's cousin and a supposed Christian, who confirmed Muhammad's experience. But was he really a Christian in any biblical sense? A heretical Christian, many scholars believe Waraqa was part of a fringe sect like the Ebionites, a group that rejected Jesus' divinity and the gospel message. So, we have an alleged heretic confirming another alleged prophet. That's like a flat earther handing out degrees in astrophysics. No biblical basis for his authority. In scripture, God calls prophets directly. Nowhere do we see some unappointed cousin playing the role of divine verifier. If Muhammad was truly a prophet, why did he need Waraqa's second opinion? That's like a guy claiming to be a doctor but needing his uncle to confirm it. Doesn't exactly inspire confidence. Why didn't Waraqa follow Muhammad? If Waraqa really believed Muhammad was God's final prophet, why didn't he become his first disciple? Why didn't he spread Muhammad's message? Instead, he conveniently disappears from history. That's like a talent agent saying, "This guy is the greatest musician ever," and then never signing him. 3. Compare to biblical prophets. The difference between Muhammad's experience and biblical figures is staggering. Moses didn't need his wife's reassurance; he spoke directly with God and performed miracles. Isaiah didn't ask his cousin for confirmation; he saw God's throne and was immediately commissioned. Paul didn't run home in fear; Jesus appeared to him directly and gave him a mission. But Muhammad? He was terrified, thought he was possessed, and needed his wife and her cousin to talk him into believing he was a prophet. Imagine if Paul had run home to his aunt and uncle asking, "Do you think Jesus really appeared to me? Or am I just going crazy?" That would be laughable. Conclusion. The story of Muhammad's first revelation raises massive red flags. Instead of God confirming his mission, he relied on Khadija, who had zero prophetic authority, and Waraqa, a questionable religious figure. Neither of them met the biblical standard for confirming a prophet. If Muhammad himself wasn't even sure about his encounter, why should we be? Given these issues, Christians have every reason to reject Muhammad's claims and stand firm in the true gospel of Jesus Christ. It's not about disrespect, it's about truth.